Welcome to StockMiner.com here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Second day here. My computer yesterday during my videos decided to take a dump on me. The hard drive is bad, so I had to go out today and get a brand new laptop. Here I am making my video with it tonight for you guys. Hopefully, this all works correctly because it was about a whole day trying to get this all set up. So much for my vacation. Anyway, want to do a quick video for you guys. Make sure I got something out today, but there ain't much to talk about. Look at what we're looking at here. The Dow, straight sideways, still poised below that 11,000 area. If we take a look at the daily really quick, you can see us putting in a what? Yes, potential reversal doji, which has done what in the past? Yeah, absolutamente nada. It has not worked out. They've all resolved up instead of down. So, we can just kind of sit and expect to see the same. I did made mention yesterday. Now, the video I got out yesterday was very late getting out because of the laptop issues, but I did get it out late. However, yesterday I mentioned that we may see kind of a sideways day today, precisely what we saw. Not a big surprise. Putting in this move up sideways motion since really the beginning of March and pretty much the beginning of February. It's been the same story. So here we are again putting in some sideways action. What am I looking for? Still a definite retest of this blue line from the underside. NASDAQ on a 60-minute. Doing the same thing here, trying to come back up and retest the underside of this particular blue line here. Only up 4 points today, really sideways for the day after everything I think gapped down to start the day, then moved up the rest of the day. So once again, any moves down, any gaps down are just buying opportunities for the market right now. NASDAQ holding above the blue line as would be expected, moving sideways into it, now moving up from there. I would expect to see more of that as we progress. From a daily standpoint, it's only Tuesday, not going to worry about that. SPX on a 60-minute. Here we go. Move up, pull back right into this rising channel line. Perfect support. And now moving upwards again. So here we go, up around the 1190 area, moving back kind of sideways. We'll see what happens with tomorrow's action. But no reason to think that we can't expect more upwards motion. 1180 would be a little bit more on the bearish side of things in the short term. So breaks below 1180 could be signs to maybe start scaling back on your long positions or maybe even getting out of them. I am still not liking the indices overnight for holds. Here it is on a daily, still expecting it to hit the underside of this blue line. Just waiting, that's going to put us up around that 1200 area and or the 1225 area, which is still well within reach, 30 points away to hit the 200-week moving average. Got to remain neutral to bullish, as we have been for quite a while in this area for the time being. VIX on a daily went down as well, confirming the move right back to that lower line. Now that we've kind of broken it as of today, look what we're doing. Retesting the blue line is actually exactly as I said it would. Any break below that blue line takes us back down into the 14-ish area. I don't have a line down here that you can see, but it's down there around the 13-14 area. So got to wait and see if it'll break this heavier blue line first by the end of the week. Apple on a 60-minute moving up $1.05 to 239.54. So a break above 239 was my entry to the long side for you. It is now and has at least gotten up and over the 240 mark, still grinding its way higher and holding on to this middle channel line from a daily standpoint, holding this blue line very nicely, as is the NASDAQ. Waiting for breaks below that, and that's going to be down there around that 235 area. Ultimately, bigger numbers around 225 to the downside, but until Apple breaks the 235 area, it is firmly above the blue line, showing no signs currently of any bearishness whatsoever. Weekly standpoint, moving itself up. It's only Tuesday, but point remains, it's still up, and anything up above that 240 area now tomorrow gives us another entry or another chance at an intraday long. I'd be very cautious now over the next few days playing Apple even long I'd want to be in and out probably by the end of the day as well, just because it's starting to get pretty stretched up there. And just being as conservative as I am, I'd want to be protecting my money. AINV up a very nice 25 cents today, which is almost 2% back up and into this rising wedge. So the break of it not holding this time. I'm going to give it about a day or two to break back down, but if it holds up and goes sideways, AINV to the downside is a broken formation for me. ARO on a 60-minute. Down 19 cents, but holding nicely to this little trading range we've been in. If you got in up above this area here, I'd continue to hold. This still looks bullish in the short term. Anything below 29, I'm out. I would not be long on anything below 29. Still looking at below 28 for a short and above 30 for a long. BRLI on a 60-minute. BRLI, okay, here it is, 60-minute. You can see it moving sideways, going nowhere, still holding this support line. So anything below 43.50, I'd not want to be long on, but very difficult trading in here. You can see it's coming back to touch this line. If it'll get below 43, that's one first entry to the short side. Below 42.50 is ultimately my entry on the short side for the more conservative in BRLI. I don't know. Until it breaks that line, I'm not convinced of anything right now. It could certainly hold this blue line and continue its way upwards. Back over 44.50 would be a defensible intraday long. FAS on a 60-minute, moving beautifully up. Once again, the financials are not ready to roll over. Mentioned this yesterday, just not there yet. Doing what Apple's doing. Gap up, move down, gap up. Now move away. Anything up and over this 102 area was my play. 102, 103 was my play to the long side. That would have made you a good couple of bucks today on that particular trade. And here you go. Look at this. Good participation. No reason to think this thing can't go higher. So above 106 is my next entry to the long side if you want to continue to play that. That means FAZ is, yes, moving downwards. Below 12.55 was my short entry, or below 12.50 was a short entry. That would have made you a good quarter today on FAZ. From a daily, right back into this descending pattern it's been in. Breaking below this lower end here is taking us down and potentially back towards the bottom side of the channel. So 1375 was my move to the upside if you were looking for one. If you tried to jump in earlier and take it to the long side before that, you're playing with fire and you got burned again. So still no reason to think that these financials have any momentum to the downside at this point. FAS is now firmly up and over 100. It should run for a while, actually, meaning that this is going to continue to drop. So play FAZ short, play FAS long. On intraday trades, they're still giving you great opportunities to play those, especially FAS moving $2, $3, $4 a day. Very good opportunities to make some money there, but I would still be out by the end of the day. And based on where it's at, FAS does make a pretty inviting long play. So keep those in mind moving forward. That'll do it for today's video. I'll be back with you again tomorrow. I think I have this thing all set up. Unfortunately, my videos get out like super late. It's like 11:30 Eastern time right now. It's 8:30 where I'm at here in Vegas, so it's not too bad. But for those of you that are trying to follow the videos, these are getting out much later than I normally have them out, but starting tomorrow we should be back on track. All right guys, take care of your money. I'll be back with you again tomorrow night. Look for something that's maybe sideways to up, because that's all we've seen and no reason to think that it won't continue that way in the markets. See you tomorrow.